hey, you, don't go nowhere, stay. That's called engagement. This is also YouTube clips. That's the beginning of the YouTube clip. So I'm looking right in the camera and I'm forcing that engagement. We've got Sam Koski from MWC Advertising. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
And so we got Sam, so he's not going anywhere. We're going to talk fun things. You want to know fun things? Don't go anywhere. Stay. And hit the subscribe button. Okay, Sam, you have coming up, I'll read the Facebook. Why don't we try it this way? I'll read the Facebook about, and then you can tell me all about it. The Puzzle Circuit is a 6-week jigsaw puzzle league designed for both casual puzzlers and competitive enthusiasts. Every Saturday at 10 a.m., teams of up to 4 will compete. So you've been doing this for a while.
Yes. So actually, it all started out before I started working at MWC. I would go and do the puzzle competitions that KFG would hold in town.
Oh.
And our first year, we placed, I think it was 7th place or something like that out of 30 teams. So I'm pretty happy with that.
So this is just like jigsaw puzzles?
Yep.
Like just putting the pieces.
You have 2 hours, no longer than 2 hours to put together a 500-piece puzzle. And it's actually a puzzle twist puzzle. So what it looks like on the box itself is not going to be what it's going to look like when you put it together. Usually there's over 40 differences between the picture itself and the puzzle itself when you put it together.
I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Okay, so where's this going to be at?
So the circuit that we actually are putting on is we host it at the Daily Dose.
Yeah.
It's
wow. They do a lot of stuff there.
Yes. It's Saturdays. It's every 2 weeks. So we decided that because in lieu of puzzle competition coming up in November, we decided that we were going to create this circuit so that way we can, like, not only myself and my team can practice, but then we can also invite anybody else who wants to practice if they're wanting to compete.
So this is open.
Yeah,
anybody.
This is open to whoever wants to do it.
Okay. And the idea is to do it quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what it is you have a $5 buy-in, and that will get you into an actual competition with us. If you don't want to do the buy-in but you want to come and puzzle, you can we do have other puzzles there that you can do as well. But the $5 will get you in, and you can bring a team if you want to bring a team. If you don't have a team, that's fine. We'll pair you up with whoever's there. The first week that we did it, it ended up actually being me and Ryan, and then Andrea and Christine. So we had just 2 teams of 2. And we both did a puzzle. We finished ours in like an hour and 45 minutes. They finished theirs just over that. So then, now when we get more people, then obviously like there'll be more teams. There's different, everybody will do a different puzzle, but there's still the puzzle twist puzzles. And whoever is the last team, like whoever finishes the puzzles first is the winner. So you want to finish the puzzles before anybody else.
What does the winner get?
They get the pot.
Okay, so all the money gets pitched in.
Yeah.
And then is there a skim off the top, or it's the full pot?
The full pot.
Well, that's exciting.
And then and again, if you don't want to compete but you want to come and puzzle with us, then we have just regular 500-piece puzzles there that you can just take out and work on yourself.
I have to say it. I have to bring it up. Like puzzles, it's just looking for things, like looking for your car keys or where's my pants in the morning. You know that game. I hate it. I hate it. I don't get the appeal. I don't. If without my wife, I would not survive because I can't find anything, even if I'm looking at it. I'm like, I walk into where is it? I feel like that's a typical male feature though too. Like the whole joke of like, where is it? And the wife can find it. Does it? Yep. So does it skew heavily? Female? Is it heavily female gendered?
It is more female, but there are also quite a bit of males too that are a part of the teams.
Probably be a great place to meet a girl if you were single and looking to mingle.
There's that too.
Okay, and so how many people did you have the last time?
So the first week we had, including myself, we had 4 people.
Okay.
We also did it
small but growing.
Yep, it was also Labor Day weekend.
Oh well, okay. All right.
The next week is actually going to be this Saturday at the Daily Dose. It's 10 to 12. And you come in, and if you have a team, you have a team. If you don't, then we'll put you together with one, and you start a puzzle, and whoever finishes it first, you win. And yeah, it's 6 weeks. We're doing it every other week for the time being, seeing how we can just kind of get the traction on it since this is a new thing. And then from there, we will grow it up and see if we want to add any more to it.
Where did the idea for something? So this is kind of your brainchild here?
Kind of.
Where did you come
Kind
up
of.
with this idea?
So it all came up when me and Tiffany and Hannah and my mom all decided that we were going to compete in the recently KFGO North Dakota puzzle competition.
Uh-huh.
And then we started talking about it at networking one day. Well, then Andrea approached me and we're like, well, why don't we do this? Like, would you be open to doing this and helping me out with it? I'm like, I'd be game for it. Especially fall and winter is when people really get into puzzling.
Yeah.
They don't have anything else to do. So, so we just started putting things together and it just kind of came about.
Well, and there's always fantastic when you have an opportunity for people to come together for maybe an indirect reason, and then later you can form real relationships with
Right.
people. You bond over this. I feel like maybe it used to be easier. I don't know. You bond over high school, or you bond at church, or you bond over whatever. And now people don't do those things as much. Or you get older, and the connections aren't there. This is a great way to get together, just like networking.
Yep.
Almost.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big people person, so I cannot be in the house for a long period of time. I have to be out going to do something.
Yeah.
So,
Sales is a good role for you.
it is. I like to be in front of people. I like to talk to people. Sometimes I talk too much, so half the time I tell them just to tell me to shut up if I'm getting to be too much. And also just puzzling. Not a lot of people know this, but puzzling actually has a lot of good health benefits as well. So the biggest part and the reason why I puzzle is because I can lose my mind in it. I can shut everything off around me and just solely focus in on what I'm doing. And then also it helps me with just keeping my patience in check because now I have a toddler, so that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And it helps with your memory part of your brain as well. And using that, because when you're looking at different pieces, you'd be like, okay, I need to find this piece, or you might be looking for a different spot and then you realize that you already saw that piece at one point type thing. But it also is proving to help with possibly helping prevent the Alzheimer's from happening.
Really?
So there's multiple different.
Just by keeping exercising that part of the brain.
Yep.
So
Yep.
by being lazy and never looking for things, I'm I'm cursing myself, right? Like I'm just.
I don't know about that.
I'm doomed.
But also just like it helps if you can get away from the screen for a while and still
Yeah.
keeping your eyes busy. It will
Yeah.
help with your eyes on that aspect too. So there's lots of good things about doing puzzles. I actually have started my second one in a week.
Oh wow.
I finished a 1,000-piece in 2.5 days, and now I've started another 1,000-piece, and I started it Sunday afternoon, and I'm already over halfway done with it.
Wow.
So I can get them done pretty quick.
On one hand, I'm like, it just sounds like a lot of work, but really, what hobby isn't? You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you're doing, because one thing I like to do is play Hearthstone, and my wife rolls her eyes big time at me because it's just a lot of math. Like, I'm just sitting there and doing math all the time. I'm like 16 plus 4 plus 6. She's like, why are you doing? Aren't you trying to relax? I'm like, this is fun. I'm having a good time. So, yeah, I think maybe I need to be easier and more open to puzzles. Do you ever go to the puzzles and beers? Do you do that every time that comes up at the shrine, or
No, I haven't.
not a big beer person?
No.
Well, then maybe you and I could be a team because I'm not a big puzzle person. You're not a big beer person. Next time we'll team up and you can do the puzzle and I'll drink all of the beer.
That works.
That is all the time for beer that we have. We are going to come up with Fargo Fresh on our next segment, so don't go nowhere.